Welcome to Learn Commerce PU online classes. Don't forget to like our video and subscribe our YouTube channel for all the updates.
Welcome to our first PU Computer Science online classes. In last class, we studied some important concept that is from our iteration, the types of the iteration that is called as the for statement. As we know that the for statement is called as the fixed execution looping statement. So in last class we completed the example, syntax, flowchart and also a suitable example for our for statement. Now in today's class we are going to complete some important concept that is from our problem solving technique. So the concept is the structured programming. Okay, the concept is it is a very important concept of our problem solving technique. The concept name is the structured programming here. So it is an organized approach programming, the structured programming. Now later on I will tell which programming is called as the structured programming. There is no any doubt, whatever the program we completed, that is from our basic programming construct, that are selection, the selection, sequence and iteration only called as the structured programming here. So we can say that it is an organized approach programming, and this programming involving the use of three basic control structures are the sequence, branch only called as the our selection, and later next one is the iteration. The iteration is called as the looping, and also the structure involving the use of top-down concept. As we know the meaning of the top-down concept here, that means the approach of dividing a problem into sub-problems and then dividing sub-problems further until, as we know that maybe one single program is that, such single program we are not going to solve one at a time. Such program is divided into many parts, correct no here? So this is called as the top-down design here. So we can say that the approach of dividing a problem into sub-problems and then dividing sub-problems further until they can be implemented for the computer solution is called as the top-down concept. So here we can say that the structured programming involving the use of the sequence, branch, iteration, that is called as the looping, and also the use of top-down concept here to decompose the main function into lower level components. The meaning is very simple. That means one program going to divide into many parts. So decompose the main function. That means one lengthy program going to divide, meaning is, okay, decompose the main function into lower level components, into lower level unit here for modular coding purposes. So this is about our structured programming, and this structure can be explained as follow. I already said in involving the use of three basic control structure. That means sure we need to tell some information about our sequence statement, and later next one the selection statement and also the iteration statement. So the first one is the sequence statement here. It is the ability of the programming language to execute statement of the program one after the another from beginning to the end. Okay here? That means here it is, we can say that ability of the programming language to execute the statement of the program one after the another from beginning to the end. So whatever the statement is that, we are not going to select any statement from the middle here. Everything going to start from the starting and going to execute till the end of this statement. So from beginning to the end here, from top to the bottom, this statement going to execute one after the another. That is called as the sequence statement here. That is called as the sequence statement in this case here. And later next one is about our selection statement. So what about this selection? Clear now the meaning of the sequence statement? Okay, now let's the meaning of the selection statement. So we can say that the ability of a programming language to select the statement of a program for execution. Here we are going to select the statement for execution based on some condition, that is called as the selection, or we can say as the branch in this case here. Clear this point? The selection statement, ability of the programming language to select this statement, and why we selecting this statement for the execution of the program, and here we are going to select this statement for execution based on some condition. Clear in this case? Okay, maybe the condition is depend on the condition, depend on the program we are going to select, that is the our simple if else here, else if ladder, or this switch statement, depend on any statement we are going to select. And later next one is the iteration statement. So what about the iteration statement? We know about the meaning of the iteration, the ability of a programming language to repeat set of this statement again and again until the given condition becomes satisfied. Clear this point? That means to repeat this set of this statement again and again until the given condition become satisfied here. This is called about our iteration statement. So clear the meaning of the iteration? Okay, now we completed till our iteration. Now we know the meaning of the sequence statement, selection statement, and as well as our iteration statement. Now let's the fourth thing about our modularity. As we know that it is a technique where a given problem is not divided into a, that means whatever the problem is that a given problem is divided into a number of self-contained independent program segment. Clear this point here? That means one program, how we are going to complete the program, that means to get the execution of the program in very easy method, we are going to use such one program, single program, going to divide into a number of self-contained independent program segment. So this is called as the modular unit or program segment, modular unit program segment. So this program maybe I am going to divide, or in this example I divided this program into 1, 2, 3, 4, okay, into a 4 division here. So that is called as the a number of self-contained independent program segment here, and the each program segment is called as a module. Clear this point here? The each program segment is called as a module, and the module can be called in another program or in another module also. That means whatever the coding is that, whatever the part of the program is that, the module is there, we can use in another program also. So anytime, any number of times you can call such module in another program or in the same program here. So this is some point about our modularity. Okay, now after completing some point about our modularity, now let's some other concept about our modularity here. So that means here the each statement is repeated one within another. The meaning here I already explained, can be called in another program, can be used in many program here, or maybe going to use in the same program. And the most important requirement of the concept modularity is that the single entry and the single exit. Clear this point here? So the most important concept of our modularity, the concept most important is the single entry, okay, and the single exit. This means is very simple. That means there can be only one single entry or single entry into the structure here, and only one single exit from this structure. So clear this point? So that means here we can say that we are going to enter into the page here, and we are going to exit from the page in this case here. So this is called about the most important requirement of the concept, that is called as the modularity. The important concept is the single entry and the single exit here. Single entry means that there can be only one entry point into the structure and one exit point from the structure here, and it is like a page. That means it is a page, correct me here, and it has to be read from top to the bottom. ಈಗ ಯಾವುದೇ ಒಂದು ಪೇಜ್ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಓದ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಇದ್ರೆ ನೀವು ಹೇಗೆ ಓದ್ತೀರಿ? ಬಾಟಮ್ ಇಂದ ಟಾಪ್ ಆಗಿ ಓದ್ತೀರಾ? ಇಲ್ಲ. ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ನೋಡ್ಯಾ? ಸೊ whatever the page is there, such page going to read, and we are going to read or write anything is there here, it going to read, that is from our, after the write, sure we are going to input the data. Correct nokia? First of all we are going to read, that means inputting of the data into the page, that is from our top side to the bottom side. Clear this one? So when you are using from top to the bottom without any backward, and in that we are not going to write anything from the bottom side, backward references, without using any backward references. So if you are using from top to the bottom, if you are going to write top to the bottom, this makes the code easy to test, easy to debug, easy to maintain. That means yeah, very easily we can test the page, very easily we can make the correction in the page, that is called as the debug here, and also very easily we can maintain the page here. Now let's, before completely or before going to know about the advantage of the structured programs here, now last point about our one statement, the program name is called as the go to statement. The go to statement, clear this one? Now I am not going to tell this information, or maybe what the information I am going to tell in next here, not it going to apply to our modularity. Now we are in the concept of the go to statement here. So why the go to statement is considered as the undisciplinary program? Okay, because we know that. So now just only I said here, whatever we are going to read, what's the program we are going to test or debug, maintain, that is only from top to the bottom, no any backward references here. But one program, the statement called as the go to statement is considered as the undisciplinary program because it sets the control backward through the program. That means it going to write, it going to work from the downside. So because of this reason is called as the undisciplinary program. Clear this one? So all our structured program is very disciplinary and organized programming approach also. So clear the meaning about the sequence statement, selection statement, iteration statement, and also about our modularity. Okay, now after that, now let's for our advantage of the structured programs here. So the first advantage of the structured programs, the structured program are easy to write. Okay, as the programming logic is well organized. Clear this point here? So maybe you are going to solve any program by using the method condition like our structured program. So such program are very easy to write because the what's the logic program, what's the programming logic is there in the program are well organized also here. So this is the first advantage of the structured programs. And the second advantage, the structured programs are easy to test and debug at any instant. Maybe you want to test, very easily you can test the program. Testing means checking of the program, or maybe after the check, maybe if you get any debug, that is called as the errors, or you are going to make some correction in the program here, that is called as the debugging of the program. So maybe the testing as well as the correction in program, and after that, after checking, we are going to make some of the correction in the program, very easily we can done. Clear this part here? So this is about our second advantages. So structured program are easy to test as well as debug at any instant because the user looking at the smaller units. Correct? No? How we are going to write the program? That means after writing the program here, such program not going to execute as a single page here. Such page is going to divide into a number of self-contained independent program segment. Like that we are going to execute the program here. So because of this reason, for anyone very easily they can understand the program. Clear this one? Okay. So we can say about our the user looking at the smaller unit. unit or the module here. And the third point we can say that the structured program are easy to maintain. Okay, very easily we can maintain the structured program books here, or we can say as the readability, we are going to read the book, read the page, that is from top to the bottom here, due to their readability, that is from our start to the finish. Clear this one? So this is about our third advantage of the structured program. And the last advantage, we can say that the structured program can be functionally decomposed into a logical working unit. As we know the meaning of the functionally decomposed, the meaning is same thing. That means here we are not going to use in a single page here. Such page is divided into a number of self-contained independent program segment that only call as our functional decomposition into logical working unit. Each part we are using to do some of the logical operation in the program here, so is called as the functionally decomposition into a logically working unit in the program. So clear the advantage of the structured programs here. Okay, now we know that because the first advantage, easy to write, easy to test and debug, and also very easily we can maintain due to their start to finish book like readability here. That means we know that meaning is just only we are going to read the program, we are going to test the program, we are going to maintain, debug the program, that is only from the top to the bottom. There is no any backward references. That means backward references means we are not going to write from bottom to the up here, that is called as the backward references in the program. And lastly we can say that the structured program can be functionally decomposed into logical working units. Okay, now after the advantage, now let's the next thing about our top down analysis. The top down analysis. So we know that the top down approach or the analysis of problem solving, we are in the chapter name is the problem solving technique. So in our problem solving technique, we using one approach, the concept or the analysis, the name of the concept, approach or the analysis, that is called as the top down analysis. So the top down approach of the problem solving uses a process called as functional decomposition. I already explained in our advantage only the meaning of functionally decomposition. Correct now? Decomposed here. That is where a problem is not solved as a single unit, but such problem is broken down into many smaller logical or many smaller manageable parts, such are called as the moduli. Clear this point here? It is called as the moduli. So this is the meaning of the functional decomposition. Functional decomposition ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೆ? ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಸಾಲ್ವಿಂಗ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಅನ್ನು ಹೇಗೆ ನಾವು ಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ, ಯಾವುದೇ ಒಂದು ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಅನ್ನು ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಒಂದು ಪೇಜ್ ತಗೊಂಡು ನಾವು ಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಮಾಡೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ಆ ಪೇಜ್ ಅನ್ನು ಡಿವೈಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಹೋಗ್ತೇವೆ. ಸೊ ವೆನ್ ಯು ಆರ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಡಿವೈಡ್ ದಿ ಪೇಜ್ ಇಂಟು ಎ ನಂಬರ್ ಆಫ್ self-contained independent program segment, then very easily we can solve such program and very easily we can get the execution of the program. So this is the main concept about our problem solving technique, that is called as the approach name called as our top down analysis. Okay, now we know the meaning of the functional decomposition. Now let's about our some point about our top down analysis. So the top down analysis is also called as the stepwise refinement or modular programming. Correct no? The other name of the top down analysis, top down approach, top down concept is called as the stepwise refinement or the modular programming. We know that the meaning of the stepwise refinement, the process of breaking down the problem at each stage. Correct no? The process of breaking down the problem, one single page going to break down at each stage, is called as the meaning of the our stepwise refinement and also called as the modular programming. Now such top down design or the top down concept of the approach also called as about the divide and the conquer. Clear this one? So we can say that now know some of the point about our top down Analysis, I already explained about that means it is the approach of the problem solving, and such approach using the functional decomposition. We know the meaning of the functional decomposition. Program going to divide into our part by part, in this case here as a number of self-contained independent moduli, where a single program is not solved by using single page. Such page going to divide into a number of parts. Correct? No? It is the meaning of the functional decomposition. And also I said the other name of the top-down design, called as the stepwise refinement or called as the modular approaching. And lastly we can say it based or work on the process like our divide and conquer. Clear this one? Divide the program and get the execution solution of the program, like that it going to work. Okay. Now after knowing the some point about our top-down analysis, now let's the property of the top-down analysis. So here the following are the properties are or we can say that some of the property are considered in case of our top-down analysis here. So the first property name is called as property, means the characteristics. So yaudella advantage namge or the property or the benefit of the top-down analysis, yaude ಒಂದು program ಅನ್ನು divide ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು ನಾವು ಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಯಾವುದೆಲ್ಲ ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ಟಿ or the advantage characteristics ನಮಗೆ ಸಿಗಬಹುದು ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ. ಓಕೆ, so first one is the understandability. Very easily we can make the understanding of the program. So here we can say that means our a module represent, correct? Look here, a module. So in this case we can say about our understandability. So whatever the module we are going to use in the program, they represent a correct execution of the program. Correct? Look here. So here we can say that means the module should be organized in such a way that they represent the sequence of execution of the program. So what's the module we are going to use in our program, or maybe any module going to divide in the program? Such each module should be work in a manner like in a organized manner. Clear this one? And such module should used or should developed in each working of the program or in the working of the program. So thus it helps the readability of the program and also helps in our debugging of the program. Clear? Very easily we can, if you are going to divide the program, very easily you can read the program. Correct? Now after the test, maybe if any problem is there, very easily you can make the correction in the program also. So helps in readability of the program and also helps in debugging to a large extent. So clear the meaning of the understandability? ಯಾವುದೇ ಒಂದು ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಅನ್ನು ಡಿವೈಡ್ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು ಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ very easily we can make the understanding of the program here. And the next thing about the clear identification of task. Okay, the clear identification of task here. So we can say that the module, so in this case here the each module created should perform one and only one task here. ಯಾವುದೇ ಒಂದು ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ನಾವು ಡಿವೈಡ್ ಮಾಡಿದ ನಂತರ ಇದರ ವರ್ಕ್ ಏನು, ಯಾವುದು ವರ್ಕ್ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅದೇ ವರ್ಕ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಅದನ್ನು ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಬೇರೆ ವರ್ಕ್ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗುದಿಲ್ಲ. ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ದಿಸ್ ಒನ್ here? So the each module created should perform one and only one task here, because the name of the module should be associated with the task. ಆ module ಯಾವ ವರ್ಕ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅದರೊಟ್ಟಿಗೆ ಅವರು ಬರ್ತಾರೆ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ. ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ದಿಸ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ here? So here we can say that means it should perform one and only one task in this case here. And later next one, so this is about our clear identification of task. And later the program maintenance. The program maintenance, maybe I want to add some more information in the coding in our program here. So we can say the module permits the adding the new functionality to the program. Maybe I want to add some of the coding in the program, I want to add some information in the program here. So we can say that in this case here the program permits the adding new functionality to the program. Clear this one? So without, that means which help in understanding very easily here and also extend to a large extent in this case here. So clear this point? So this is about our program maintenance. So without writing the program or without modifying the program, we can display the program. So this is called as the program maintenance. Program maintenance artha aita? That means here the module giving some of the permission, we can add some extra point in the code here that permitting to add new functionality to the program without actually modifying or rewriting the program. Clear this one? Okay. Now later next one, eliminates duplication in coding. So what about eliminate duplication in coding? As we know that the each module created. So whatever the module created can be called any number of times in the program. So maybe ಈ program one program ನಾವು module ಆಗಿ divide ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೇವೆ. ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ ಆ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಅನ್ನು ನಾವು ಯಾವುದೇ ಒಂದು program ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. Clear this point here? So that means no need to make the duplication. If you are not going to use, means sure we are going to make the duplication of such a coding here. But here it is not like that here. Whenever you want to use in same program, whenever you want to use maybe in second or next program, anytime you can use such coding of the program here. So here we can say that about the eliminate duplication in coding here. And lastly, the code reusability. So lastly we can say about our code reusability, the code written for one program can be copied in our another program also. Clear? So this is called as the code reusability. But when you are going to make the copy of the program which or we can say which require the same task to be performed, ಯಾವಾಗ ನಮಗೆ ಒಂದೇ ಟಾಸ್ಕ್ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವ ವರ್ಕ್ ನಾವು ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೇವೆ ಅದೇ ವರ್ಕ್ ಅನ್ನು ನಾವು ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗುವಾಗ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ನಾವು ಅಂತ ಟೈಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಆ ಕೋಡ್ ನಮಗೆ ಬೇಕಾಗ್ತದೆ. ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ದಿಸ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಹಿಯರ್? ಸೊ ಹಿಯರ್ ವಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಸೇ that means such coding you are going to write some of the coding in the program, such coding you can copy to the next program also. But when you are going to make the copy of the program, that is called as when you are going to perform the same task in our second program also. So this is some concept about our structured programming. And in our structured programming, sequence statement, selection, iteration, modularity, the advantage about our structured programming, and also the top down analysis, and lastly called as the property or the characteristics of our top down analysis. Thank you.
Don't forget to like our video and subscribe our YouTube channel for all the updates.